Now, into the ticket office of Disneyland.
Oh boy, let's do this.
Don't think the CIA is going to be trying to hack your second-gen iPod.
I didn't think so. There might have been a lot of illegal music on there. I wouldn't doubt it. But, I mean...
Because that would be stupid.
iTunes is a constant source of embarrassment.
Like I said, stupid.
I really, 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 really don't see Apple ever doing that.
I am Nadella. Well, I can't do it anymore without laughing. I was going to do the whole thing. Welcome, everyone, to the Calling All Platforms Tech Podcast. I am your host, Wes, and I'm here with Landon.
Hey.
And Caleb.
Hello.
And we are here to talk all things tech this week.
Yippee.
Yay.
Love the sound effects. We really need to get one of those boards we can just sit there and do certain things with. Like fun little wah, wah, wah. One day. Every time Landon tries to make a joke, just wah, wah, wah.
Pretty much.
I love it. Anyway, enough of that.
Anytime I try to talk about gaming, just stop.
You know, you give yourself a hard time, but you bring up pretty valid things and pretty cool things. So,
This
just
is true.
saying.
I guess.
This is true.
It is actually nice to, like, earlier we were talking, and it actually kind of blew my mind. We were talking about controllers and earlier and how you don't like the dual stick. And
I
I'm
hate it with a passion.
And I sat there and thought, I'm like, that's like 101, like that's whoa, and then it dated me. I'm like, wow, that's back in PlayStation 1,
Yep.
like N64 era, and I'm like, that's the last time you gamed. Where
yeah.
has my life gone?
At least like a lot.
Yeah, so no, it's good to have that perspective of gaming because you know you like your phone and you do Mario Run, which is basically one button, beep beep.
Yep.
Beep. So, but it's nice.
Which it's funny because I'm a drummer. I've got good hand-eye coordination. I can do this stuff. I just don't like it.
So your high point of first-person shooter was GoldenEye, wasn't it?
I love GoldenEye.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I played a decent amount of Call of Duty back in the day.
Like the original Call of Duty.
Like
I played. There's a few different iterations of the game that came out before I stopped playing.
Gotcha.
I'm actually struggling to remember like what the original Call of Duty was even like. It's been so long.
It did have a gun in it. I bet.
There were guns. It was also like World War II. I remember that.
Yes,
Yeah, it
that
was World
the,
War II.
That was the basis of it.
So it's really funny to me now that we have a Call of Duty called World War II. I'm all like, literally, guys, you should just call it like
Call of
OG
Duty.
or something like that.
OG.
Or Call of Duty 2.
Sadly, that makes sense.
Or X. I don't care.
Oh, jeez. Do they probably could. How many Call of Duty games are there?
Oh, there's
They'd
probably
be
at
There's
10,
probably
yeah.
more than 10. That's the problem.
Count all the spin-offs
I guess if
and
they're going
everything.
with any, there's, more than 10 iPhones, so why not?
That's true.
Why not
May
go
as well
with
just go for it.
Just skip it. Just go to X.
Yep. Call of Duty
Yes.
X. That's what I'm calling it now. Just so everyone's aware, if I start referring to Call of Duty X, I'm talking about World War II. Just so you know.
Okay. That said. Oh, well, Microsoft, they love conferences. In fact, they've had quite a few recently.
Yes, they have.
Last week they had Ignite, which there were some cool things in there. Most of it is actually more for enterprise things. For example, like how you can now set up Bing to, when you go to search for something, it'll actually search through like
Google?
It'll search Google. No, it'll actually search through like your company-wide database.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and it is.
Handy.
And so, but for like regular consumers, I don't think anyone really has a database. And if you do, congratulations. Wow.
Why?
But anyway.
I've got 7 servers.
I have 7 servers, bro. I have my own mini Blizzard. Anyway.
I know people that probably have at least 2.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it is cool. So that would, meaning, okay, going back, what that means is, so if you were to be like, hey, what time is this meeting or this lunch or whatever, Bing will, you use Bing to search, it will search your local server first and bring that data up for it, which is really nice. So you can do that. So, but it's a lot of things for the cloud and Azure and things is what Ignite was for. But they also had a conference today, which is, I was hoping it was the hardware conference. There was hardware announced in this, but this was actually more for, that was in San Francisco, that was for the mixed reality. Oh, yes. Because, this is the new thing. VR, AR, all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into this. So I just kind of want to touch on a couple points because obviously it was just they were doing a little bit of demos and demonstrations. But the first thing we'll say on here is a lot of the hardware that was released. One of them of the hardware makers is Samsung, and so that's saying something because right now Microsoft and a lot of things that they've been doing, they haven't had a lot of partners on.
Yeah.
Well, they have, but this means that I don't know. This makes it even better. I feel it's like more.
Is a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big
when
deal
it comes to partnering with them,
and so
especially with something like this, they've got a pretty decent experience in this field.
Yes, and building the headsets, and I believe theirs is called the HMD Odyssey, is what they're building. I think theirs is actually the most expensive one.
That makes sense.
$499.
Yeah.
At $499. So.
That's not horrible though.
Does $499 include the little controller things for your hands?
No.
So that's like an extra $100 or something like that.
For each. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can now get them,
does it come with the pen?
Yes, Landon. It comes with a pen.
Can I get
An S Pen or a Surface Pen?
No, just a normal pen.
No.
Does it come with a monkey named Jack? No, it doesn't. Anyway.
Dang it. I'm not buying it. No monkey, no headset.
Microsoft is going down the tube without the monkey. Anyway. So, sorry. The headsets are actually here, and you can actually pre-order them now. There are a few of them. I'll go through them. There's the Acer Windows Mixed Reality headset, which is $399.
Clever name.
Yeah. Dell Visor, which is $449.
It does not look like Geordie LaForge's visor from Star Trek, just in case anyone was wondering. I checked.
How dope would that
specifically, and I was sorely disappointed.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think you hyped yourself up for that
Maybe
one.
a little
to
bit.
disappoint yourself.
But they missed an opportunity there.
Or make it look like, Cyclops' glasses.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be
Oh.
cool.
Give
That would
me
be
a
sweet.
headset that looks like that.
I would buy that.
I would take
And
that
when you're using it,
everywhere.
it turns red on the outside.
And when you're talking to somebody you don't like, you just put your hand up next to.
And it fries them with the beam of... Okay, anyways.
Yeah. Next, for $449, you can get the HP Windows Mixed Reality headset, or the Lenovo Explorer for $399, and of course, again, the Samsung HMD Odyssey, which is $499. So.
Now, out of all of those, the Samsung was the one that kind of caught my attention the most because they're using AMOLED screens in the eyepieces instead of...
Is that the only one?
I think that is the only one. I think
I
the rest
believe-
of them
I
are
believe
using
so.
LEDs.
Why would you not use...
Cost.
Yeah.
Still.
I think probably cost and the fact that Samsung probably didn't want to sell OLED screens to anyone else for their mixed reality headsets.
That makes
you know,
sense. No,
they do kind of have the market cornered on that stuff.
But
True.
I have not researched it. I did not see if that is confirmed or denied, so I can't say
It's
yes or
true.
no. But it would make sense.
It was the only one that was specifically called out that I saw.
So I'm going to go ahead and say it. That's going to be your best bet
Yeah.
and best
Yeah.
experience.
It's going to have a higher resolution, and it's going to... I mean, the biggest thing for me is the blacks. Like, it'll actually have true
Yeah.
blacks instead of fake blacks, which I think will help a lot in just the experience.
Just watch out for all the bloatware.
Yes.
I wouldn't be
and
surprised.
Just comes
careful
with
about
Bixby.
the little
Oh my
button on the
gosh.
side because that will activate Bixby.
Although it would be really cool
Bixby
in a
and
mixed
VR.
reality thing is if you did call your assistant and it brought up Cortana on the side. I really think that would be.
Ooh,
dope.
that would be sweet.
I'd rather have Clippy.
Did you know that he's actually an Easter egg in there?
Yeah, I do.
Did I show you that?
I think so.
Is that if you ask Cortana about Clippy, she turns into Clippy?
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of, I don't know if Google, I don't know what they do, but Cortana is basically a circle that in
Yes.
another circle.
Yep.
But if there's any certain day, she actually forms into a certain day. So like if it's the Force, May the 4th or something, or Celebration of Star Wars, she turns into Yoda.
Nice.
Huh.
Or if she'll do certain things. And so
Yeah.
it's like, So when I go to see my news, I click and it's like, oh, by the way, today is because apparently there's a billion holidays that I had no idea about, like Sandwich Day and Donut Day, bring your daughter to something day, and anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, she turns into a lot of things, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Good night. Anyway, but also on this, Microsoft has purchased AltSpace VR, described as one of the most, described as let me step back. I apologize. Described as one of the pioneers of VR, AltSpace VR is key to Microsoft's goal of building a community around the mixed reality, which is really cool. I had to do some research on this AltSpace VR. Now, I don't pay attention a lot to the mixed reality /VR, but yeah, these guys are actually pretty legit. So
they've been around since the beginning.
Yeah.
And I mean, just, so listeners are clear on this. We keep saying mixed reality. Right now, for the most part, we're talking VR. That's really what it is it's a virtual reality environment that Microsoft is trying to foster. And so when we're talking about the prices of these headsets and like $399 for one of these things, that's basically an Oculus Rift or an HTC Vive.
That doesn't
for
have to be
a heck of a lot less money.
Yeah, and these don't have to be tethered, do they?
They do.
Or they do?
Yes.
Yep.
They do.
But
have
the hardware
to be tethered.
requirements aren't as high.
Yeah, the hardware requirements are a lot lower. They're a lot cheaper, obviously. And in the case of, the HTC Vive, they don't require you to have like a 100 square foot room free with sensors embedded in the walls all the way around in order to properly use it.
Yeah, your sensors are more on the headset as well as the handsets.
Yep.
So
they're going to be useful. Like, you can buy one of these things and you'll be able to use it with, VR games and that kind of thing.
Yeah, the big thing they were focusing was like, oh, you can do this anywhere on one of the videos, a lady just pulled out a random laptop, plugged it in, and there it is.
Yeah.
So,
though to be fair, you probably do need a discrete graphics card in your laptop if you're going to do that. So
a lot of those, I would assume.
Yeah,
I'm actually kind of curious about Minecraft in there though, like how.
Minecraft is way more like hardware intensive than it has any right to be. And not just the pretty 4K version either, with all the fancy lighting effects and stuff like that. Just normal Minecraft, and I think it's just because the worlds that it creates are so huge and it loads them all at once, the entire thing. And it's Minecraft is actually way more intense than you think it should be. But
kind of like Chrome.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Got a lot in common with each other.
Survey says Chrome. 90 points. Sorry. Anyway. So that's really cool. As everybody does know, that Steam VR is coming to Windows Mixed Reality. They had announced that last month, but actually starting today, developers can access Windows Mixed Reality Steam VR preview. So they can now get their hands on it and start messing around, which is cool.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll be able to see all of the sweet VR games that are on Steam. You can play them on all of these headsets with Microsoft stuff now. So, yeah.
And one of the games that they're trying to bring out is a Halo game called Halo Recruit.
Sounds horrifying.
I tried to look a little bit more onto this. I went to Windows Central and kind of tried to see if they had any more than just, is this a legitimate first-person shooter, or is this kind of like a walk around the world of Halo? And it sounds
it's the
like
Halo
it's
experience.
Yeah, that's honest. That's exactly what it is. The Halo
really
experience.
Disappointing.
You're gonna be able to walk around, and you're gonna be able to find familiar characters, interact with them, but it's not like a run and gun. Is what I've seen. Because
to be fair, last year, when the games industry was putting a big focus on VR at stuff like E3, they announced a Star Wars experience type VR deal for Rogue One.
Yes.
And that turned out to be totally sick. Really super awesome. And I think that might in part just be because it was one of those it's basically a flight simulator. They put you into the cockpit of an X-Wing and you get to fly around the battle at the end of Rogue One, basically. And that's really cool. That's super fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Halo's going to be. And then you look at stuff that Bethesda is doing with VR, and it's Skyrim, you have to move by clicking with the controller and instantaneously teleporting across the world in a very jolty, kind of nausea-inducing way.
That way we don't have to provide you a bucket.
So...
But with this, it actually starts on October 17th. So
Sweet.
there you go. You can start having a first glimpse of this, I quote, Halo experiences into mixed reality.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to get a headset first, too.
Yes.
That too.
So
That's
get one
kind
of those,
a key
and then October 17th.
feature of these games.
So
you still need to spend at least, like, what, $400? Cheapest were $399, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a darn sight better than, like, the entry-level Oculus Rift,
$1,000.
which was $700 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And with there being so many options,
yes.
I'm willing to bet that there's going to be decent options for games that go, especially opening it up to Steam.
Yeah.
And things like that. It's going to make games more accessible and probably cheaper.
Yep. And the headsets will keep coming down in price,
Oh,
too.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And just
as the technology gets better and as more people start making them.
Yep.
Yeah, next year I would be surprised if we didn't see a headset for $200, $250.
right.
Yeah.
Which it's exciting. It's really cool to see this. I'm excited for this just to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
soon we won't have phones anymore.
We're all going to be walking around with helmets.
Something. Walking around with something. It's going to be what is that Pixar movie, WALL-E? All in chairs and
Oh, good. That's the future I was looking forward
That's
to.
the future.
Wait a second.
Doe.
I may have misunderstood the meaning of that movie.
All I want is something like Google Glass that actually looks like normal glasses and just put something right there because all three of us, we all wear glasses.
Yeah.
That's like when I originally saw Google Glass, I'm like, that's what I need.
Well, it was like 2, maybe 3 years ago at CES that was like everywhere.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like everybody and their dog had a set of like augmented
Yeah.
reality frames that they had where it just projected the image onto the lens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's awesome. And, we're 3 years on and nothing at all has happened with that.
Yeah,
I think with the technology going the way it is, I think it's getting there. It's just
It's true.
they got to get data. We got to use it.
Yeah.
We gotta...
All of those were prototypes similar to like Qualcomm's prototype of, you can totally read your fingerprint through a display. You just not on mass market phones like Samsung phones and iPhones, evidently.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyways.
We can demo it at CES. We can't quite do it in the wild yet. But hopefully someday.
Yeah. So that's what's coming down the line there. So that was actually pretty much what the conference was.
There you go.
So yeah, not a lot. There was a lot, but
not as big as we were hoping.
I was hoping for hardware, but for some reason I thought it was yesterday. But the actual hardware event is the 26th. So until then,
Well,
I guess we'll wait.
If it makes you feel any better, Apple totally did that last year with their MacBook Pro event.
Yeah,
They had an event and everyone was like, but why?
but why couldn't you just?
So,
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I got some sad news, but it's not really sad. I was hoping to see more innovation, but Microsoft decided to say no, and Microsoft ends Groove Music Pass and offers a
there it
transition
is.
to Spotify.
That's not quite the same thing. It's close, I guess.
So what does this mean? So Microsoft is just ending the Music Pass service. So you're always going to get Groove on as your basic player for all your local stuff. That's always just going to be there for you.
Is the Groove store going to be a thing still? Like you can still buy MP3s and stuff like that? So no, that's gone too.
Yeah. So it's like
It's all like the whole digital storefront and everything.
it's now the
just,
new Windows Media Player.
Yeah, it's now just a music player. Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is. Starting.
Well, okay, then bring back the visualizers and the hilarious skins.
They did,
from,
remember?
Like Windows
Yeah, we
XP.
talked about that.
That's true. That's right. Okay, I just want the one that's like a green guy's head with speakers
Oh, yeah.
for ears. Like I want that skin for Groove Music in the next Windows update, Microsoft. Just so you know.
They may.
I'm sure I'm not the only person.
I know. Take it back. No, but anyway, so what does this mean for people that actually use Groove like me? Well, I actually have used Spotify before in the past. I never had a problem with them. I always just had my collection and everything on Groove. So you can actually make a transition when you log in next week. They're going to have an update for Groove it's just going to tell you everything here and be like, hey, we're going to do a transition to Spotify. But basically your playlists and everything you can transition right over. Your paid music, though, that you've bought or anything, you need to go ahead and hurry and download before the 31st of December this year. and have it on your PC. Otherwise, you won't be able to after that day or whatever device. So the stuff you've purchased, you need to have locally. Just you better pull it now, otherwise it's gone.
This is kind of wild because I've always wondered what it would look like if iTunes were to suddenly just like vanish.
Yeah,
and this is what it would look like.
Yeah,
so this is basically giving us a preview of what Apple's going to do
eventually.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if it didn't happen by the end of next year. Honestly,
you think iTunes they're going to get rid of the digital storefront?
I would not be surprised with how much they are pushing Apple Music and pushing streaming. I would not be surprised at all if they got rid of iTunes by the end of next year. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's happening, but that would kind of suck for Windows.
Really interesting.
Hey, you can have iTunes. It's dead.
It doesn't mean anything anymore.
There you go. It's dead. Thanks. Anyway.
Imagine that. The thing that really got Apple back into life in general.
Yeah.
Them killing it. I mean, they'd already done it with the iPod.
The iPod's already dead.
Yeah.
It's already gone. So,
Groove is actually just iterations of Zune, and that was around that time when it started. So and I've always just been in that ecosystem. So at first it does kind of suck because I'm like, dang,
bummer.
Yeah. And so but like I said, Spotify isn't bad. They'll do a great transition for all your stuff, for your playlists or whatever, and it offers a family plan.
Yeah, there's that.
Which is nice.
A really good family plan.
Yeah, $15 a month for 5 people. How awesome.
And they can all have their own separate accounts.
Yep. So that's what I will
guess
be
is pretty
transitioning
standard
to.
across all that
I was going to
stuff,
say, that's like everyone, isn't it? Because Google's that way, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, Spotify was the one that originally did it first, and
Yeah.
everyone else was like, oh, that's a good idea. Or just had it and just waited.
So let's
either way, it's it's a good idea.
Yes. Works great.
And also Spotify is on all the Windows devices / your iPhone app for it, as well as Android.
That is the one app you can download on a Windows phone.
I can concur. I actually went to look, and I'm like, I don't have a music. Oh, they do. They have Spotify on there. I was pretty shocked. So, yeah, I was going to say I can confirm that. And Spotify is on the Xbox, and it pretty much does what Groove would do. It plays in your background. It'll do everything that you'd want your Groove to do if you used it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they were saying there was a lot of people that do use it, but not enough to obviously keep it around.
Right, yeah.
So, there you go. That's an option for you. And it's sad because it's like, dang, I was hoping for more, but apparently they're not making enough money to care. But they will still be doing the movies. They did make an emphasis. They're still doing movies and everything. I guess they traded music for books, so they're going to do books.
Huh.
They're e-books, I guess.
It's probably cheaper to maintain an ebook, a digital ebook store.
And then rights for music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always think it's interesting when companies have ebook stuff because that's one of those things that Amazon has just been doing it for so long that you think ebook, you think Kindle or Amazon.
That's true.
Even like on an iPhone or an iPad or Android device or anything, you generally think Amazon first.
I actually have bought a few books from iBooks.
Well, I'm the same way. I mean, I've got books from the Play Store.
Yeah.
But generally, it's either not there in the format that I want. Like, I always want audiobooks.
Yeah.
But you almost can't buy them on other stores besides Audible, and that's Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've basically got the market controlled there.
Yes, which is a little bit actually kind of scary.
And unfortunate.
Like, you don't want somebody to have a monopoly on anything.
You really don't.
And especially not Amazon.
Yeah.
Because they just want to sell you things, more things, all the things. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways. So, there's that for the death of Groove. Moment of silence, I guess. Okay.
There you go.
And we're back. And we're back. But that's kind of all I have there. I do have some gaming news, but we can hold that off to the end. So,
all right.
Caleb, do you actually have some Apple news for us?
I don't have any Apple news. I have one item of general tech news that I will just mention really quickly.
Why don't you mention it for us?
I have got to admire the audacity of this scam email that I received this past week about the Scam Victims Compensation Fund from, of course, the FBI.
Of course.
My gosh.
This email is basically saying, you were inexperienced enough to click on a phishing email that one time. Let's see if we can get you to do it again by pretending to want to help you out with the last one.
When they spelled FBI, is it FBI?
No, they got it right.
Oh,
and they also included the physical street address of the J. Edgar Hoover headquarters for the FBI.
Ooh.
Because, like, in an email, that makes perfect sense and totally adds to the legitimacy of the...
Does it give you a phone number?
I didn't actually check.
A fax machine?
Fax.
That would make it more legitimate
right?
for the FBI.
It was just, I don't know. Like, I looked at it and I was like, bravo. And then actually, a couple of days later, I got another one that almost seemed like it was a follow-up to the first one that was ostensibly from some person who had also been scammed by a phishing email at some point in the past, and how they had gone to like a lawyer, and the lawyer had sent them to the federal government, and the federal government had sent them to the FBI to get in contact with them about this scam compensation fund so that they get their money back, and how she was all like, it's awesome, you need to do it too. Stop dealing with the people that are sending, that sent you the first email. Just click on this link and go to the... And I'm just sitting here like, okay.
I don't want to click the link.
Let's say this again. Don't ever click on a link in an email if you don't know exactly where it goes. And definitely do not put your personal information or passwords or usernames for anything into any text fields on the other end of that link. Just don't do it. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's your security advice for the week.
Please don't. It is such a headache. Oh, not from experience, but it's just like trying to fix a computer that someone else has clicked a link.
Yes.
You might as well just take it out and shoot it.
Yeah,
really,
which is also fun.
It's true.
Yeah, it is fun.
Especially if it's got like an old CRT monitor. If you've never taken a shotgun to a CRT monitor, that is something you should do at some point in your life.
Just go to the dump, your local dump.
Yeah.
Find a CRT monitor.
Grab a TV or something.
Boom. That would be awesome.
Anyways.
Yeah, no, those things are all over the place. And just be aware. Just don't be too happy to click on links and actually read it. And if my thing is with these emails that are these scamming ones, they never spell things correctly, or they have like triple L's.
Yes.
Or that's why I mentioned the comment. Did they say FBI?
Yes. Because
apparently they have to have 2 I's or 3 I's.
Another very common thing is inserting random punctuations into the middle of sentences where they don't belong and not capitalizing the first letter of any word. As a technical writer, I am a professional communicator in the tech world. I can tell you that any communication that comes from an official source, be it a company like Apple or Microsoft or Google or Amazon or eBay or an organization like the FBI or your bank or something like that, any communication from them is going to go through an editor. And somebody like me who speaks English really well before it ever goes out to anybody anywhere else, ever. So there will not be multiple you won't find 3 periods in a row. You're not going to find commas just like every other word. You're not going to have sentences that don't have capitals at the beginning of them and stuff like that.
Complete sentences.
Right, complete sentences. They're not going to be using bizarre words that you've never heard before, or just words that seem like they don't even fit into that sentence. Why is that even there? Why would you use that word? Because it just doesn't seem that something normal people would say. It's because normal people aren't saying it. It's somebody that's badly translated from Chinese into English via Google Translate or something like that.
Probably even Bing Translate, because it's not even as good as Google Translate. Sorry, Wes.
This is true.
I don't know. If you've ever seen the Google Translate Sings videos, Google Translate ain't no saint either.
Yeah.
But anyways.
True, but that is old Google Translate. It's gotten better.
No, she's still using Google Translate to release videos once a week. And they're hilarious.
Either way.
That is one of my favorite YouTube channels. Anyways, but yeah, any official communication from those people will go through an actual professional communicator before it ever actually hits the internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So formatting won't look weird. Sentences won't look weird. The language will read like a normal human sent it to you.
And most times nowadays, they won't have you click a link.
Yes, that's
They'll actually
absolutely
tell you,
true.
go to this website.
Yep. They will say, go to this website, enter, log in this way, and if like you need more help, here's a link to our support page that tells you how to sign into the website.
Yes.
Like they don't actually link you to any page that will ask you to input information of any kind, because they're not, they don't want you to do that. Just don't do that.
Yeah, don't click links.
Yeah. Anyways, that's your security advice for the week. And that's all the general tech news I have. I've got some gaming stuff, but we'll get to that later.
Well, thank you, Caleb. Landon, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
I didn't think I was going to be the one with the most news today.
I didn't think so either, but then me not being good at listening to or paying attention to the events of 8 billion Microsoft events in 1 month.
It's excusable. You might get a few of them mixed up.
Yeah, sorry. So,
yeah. Speaking of, security updates, not mix-ups. The October security updates for Pixel and Nexus devices is available.
And please get them.
So go download these now.
Anything big for like a big?
No, there's supposed to be some bug fixes to certain phones just to help with the Oreo update.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
I haven't noticed anything on mine that's been fixed, but most of the bugs that are there for other people aren't there for me. The biggest bug still for me is the reminders.
Still?
I get the notification sound for a reminder, but there's no notification.
Oh,
so I just have
weird.
to know what it is. Although if I go into inbox, my email, then it's there because it puts reminders. You can do reminders through that. But it doesn't give me the notification that it's for a reminder. It's just a noise.
Yeah, that's random.
It's really annoying.
Huh.
So I'm waiting for that to be fixed.
Dang.
Don't know if it will. And every now and then, I will say, randomly, I do get a notification. But it's like once every 20 or so reminders, probably.
Yeah.
So is this actually, is it just you or is it actually a lot of people?
I haven't heard it a ton from other people, but there's not a ton of people that use reminders as often as I do.
Well, that's true. If it makes you feel any better, Apple has already released 2 updates for iOS 11 since it came out 2 weeks ago. So that's awesome. It's not just Google.
Okay. Speaking of that, side note, I updated my wife's phone because I wanted to show her the AR stuff that we talked about a couple weeks ago. And I mentioned this to Caleb because I had to have him tell me how to fix it. It was working just fine for a good 20 minutes, and then it just stopped. Like, I couldn't do anything on the home screen. All I could do was scroll up for Control Center or down for notifications. That's the only thing, and it would do stuff in those places, but I couldn't do anything on the home screen. I couldn't flip between screens on the home screen. Couldn't open an app or anything. And they switched the hard reset or hard power off way of doing it. It was not the home button angeanymore.
Yes.
And that's what I tried. I was like, why is this not working? And so I had to message Caleb, be like, how do I fix this?
Yeah. And now it's the power button and the down volume button.
Yes, because I also tried volume up, and I was like, well, that didn't work.
Yeah. So yes, hold those down until your phone resets, and that's how you get
that did
past
fix
freezes
it
and stuff like that. I've had stuff like that happen before. You update the OS, like especially a big update like iOS 11 or any major iOS update.
Yeah.
And occasionally it will just freeze. Usually it doesn't let me do stuff before it freezes, and usually it's a full interface freeze, like I can't interact with the control center or anything like that.
Yeah, this was just partial.
Yeah, that's
really weird.
That is pretty odd. But I've seen full freezes before, and it's annoying. That's why phones have hard reset stuff built into them still.
Yeah.
Nobody's managed to really get past that. It's better if you have a phone now that has an actual dedicated reset button on the back. Probably don't buy that one because that means there's something horribly wrong with the way it was designed. So, most phones don't need that frequently, but every now and again, you still need it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's also interesting because this was not the day of the the update. It was almost a week after that we updated her phone, and it still did this. Which usually, a week after, not all the bugs are fixed, obviously. But it's generally better than the day of updates. So I was kind of surprised. Anyways, So if you have that issue with your iPhone or any phone,
push those buttons.
Fix it. Okay, moving on. I've got mostly general tech news as well. I do have a few things from Google, but most of the stuff from Google is going to be coming tomorrow. There were more leaks, but I don't care about those because tomorrow we're going to talk about all the stuff they leaked.
Save it for tomorrow.
So we're not going to talk about
tomorrow's going to be fun.
I'm excited for all the stuff that I can't buy.
So here's a question: did everything get leaked that you think, or do you think there's actually? I know this is too cliche, but one more thing.
There's always that chance.
Right, but what do you think?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Because, I mean, even for Apple, everything got leaked.
Everything.
Yeah.
And usually, most companies are usually pretty good to have something that doesn't get leaked or leaked fully. Just you might have a glimpse of, that might happen, and then it does.
Yep.
But for Apple, nope.
Yeah,
everything got
even
leaked.
the freaking benchmarks for the processor in the dang phones got leaked.
Yeah.
Like the day before. I'm like, what the heck?
Dang it.
So, I mean, I'm hopeful that there's something we don't know about, but I'm not going to be surprised if there's nothing that we don't know about.
Okay.
So,
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cautiously optimistic. We'll find out tomorrow. Okay, so we talked a while ago. I think March is when they announced this, the Essential phone.
Oh, yes.
The Essential.
Yep. Okay.
You first.
I just have to say this, because every time I see a picture of that thing, I go back to this article that I read. It's on, so the Macalope is a regular article that is posted on macworld.com Tuesdays and Thursdays and I think Saturdays. And he just goes through and looks at articles by pundits and that are just ignoring facts about Apple in the way that they're covering Apple.
Those are
and
fun.
He makes fun of them. And they're really funny articles. He's actually pretty critical about Apple where Apple needs to be criticized, because Apple definitely makes, their fair share of mistakes. It's just not usually how the pundits call them out. And so there's been a lot of hate about the notch ever since the iPhone event.
Right.
And so he was talking about an article, and he just, a couple of weeks ago, he was talking about somebody complaining about the notch. Nothing to do with that. He just mentioned the Essential phone in passing, and he's all like, I do think that though it looks kind of stupid, the notch does look better than the single truck nut on the top of the Essential phone.
Oh,
and I was like, oh my gosh, that I am never going to be able to unsee that. That is now what that is. So, anyways, Essential phone, that was a mistake. Anyways.
I will agree with you. The iPhone notch looks a whole lot better than the Essential phone one. Anyways, so, as you would probably assume, the Essential phone hasn't done as well as they thought it would.
What?
I know. And there's no official numbers yet, but people are estimating that they've only sold about 5,000 phones.
Ouch.
And now, at first this was something that people assumed in total, but now it's more like this is just through Sprint. Either way,
it's
that
not tons.
Sucks.
I mean,
that's bad.
Apple sells 5,000 iPhones every 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, I kind of get it because they're not marketing this phone at all.
No, yeah.
If you're not a tech enthusiast, you probably haven't heard of it.
If you're relying on tech coverage websites as your sole source of marketing and information about this phone getting out, that's a really bad idea.
Yeah.
As it happens.
Pretty much. So, I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
That it's not doing well. I'm kind of shocked at how bad it's doing.
Right, not shocked it's not doing well, but a little shocked it's doing that not well.
That bad. I mean, Amazon's Fire phone sold more units than this.
Yes.
And that was
And to be fair, I would totally buy the Essential phone over a Fire phone. If those were my two options, no contest.
Oh, yeah.
No contest.
Yeah.
The Essential phone doesn't slap you in the face with ads every time you turn it on.
Yeah. This is even also another phone that was a big flop. The HTC First was the Facebook phone.
Oh,
Do you remember that one?
I do.
With the Facebook button.
Which was also that was a different phone.
Oh.
That had a physical keyboard and a Facebook button on the side. This this was Facebook's take on Android. They had their own skin on top of it, and it was weird. I played around with one for a while. It was a strange.
Maybe I was thinking of a different one. I do remember that though, when that phone had its own Facebook logo button. You're like, boop.
Yeah, that one was interesting as well, and also made by HTC.
Yeah, I do remember it was HTC, so that's why I had the correlation.
Yeah.
So
no, the HTC first was a full touchscreen phone, and it ran Android. It just had a Facebook skin on top of it. I mean, you could take that off and just get basically stock Android, which wasn't a horrible experience. But
most people
and the
did.
Facebook experience wasn't horrible either if you are really big into Facebook.
Yeah.
Like if you are constantly on Facebook, then that phone probably would have been fine. But it was weird.
I wonder if it played Farmville pretty well.
Probably.
And all those games on there. Ugh.
Oh man, is Farmville dead yet?
I haven't got a notification from
anybody
for a while.
I haven't either, but at the same time, there was a while there where I was blocking literally anyone that sent me a notification for any of those games, so maybe that I just blocked everybody who plays them.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's still there.
Probably.
It's probably just not as high up on people's mind share, I guess. I don't know.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Let's see. Amazon. They had fun this week.
Yeah, they did.
They announced a whole bunch of crap. A whole lot of new Echo devices. And I'll just go through those because, like I said, there's a lot.
Bring it on.
Let's see. Let's start with the new Amazon Echo. And it looks a lot better than the first one. It's shorter, and by shorter, I mean a lot.
Yeah.
Because it was 9.3 inches tall. Now it's 5.9.
It's a bit of a difference.
That's a lot of a difference. It looks a lot better, I think. It's not just a giant can of
Pringles.
Voice.
Can of Pringles.
That's what it always looked like to me. Like I always
It's
just
true.
wanted to go wrap a Pringles logo around, or wrapper around it, because
Dude,
just looks
D
like
brand, get on
Pringles.
this.
Seriously. You can make a lot of money here.
Man, D-Brand and Pringles need to team up and make a skin for the Echo, the first generation Echo.
Yeah, except now it's like,
well,
not
no,
selling that
because
anymore.
they have the Echo Plus, which is basically an Echo, but it also is a home hub, which actually would not be a bad purchase.
No.
But we'll get to that in a minute. First, the second generation Echo, like I said, shorter. I think it looks better. Comes in different materials, which is interesting. It has charcoal fabric, heather gray fabric, sandstone fabric, and then oak, silver, or walnut finishes. So they're all different. The silver one I like on this website, it says AKA trash can. Yeah, and it
okay,
kind of
I'm
looks
sold.
like that.
Trash can.
But they look a lot better, I think, than the first generation. And where it has the options for style, you can actually make it fit in a little better with
find
where you're going to put it.
Blend with your decor.
Instead of having just this black Pringles can somewhere.
Trash can.
Yes. This one now, and the price is cheaper too. It starts at $99, and depending on the finish, it goes up to $120.
There you go.
So cheaper is always better.
Yay.
For the most part.
Yep.
The Amazon Echo Plus, going back to that, is basically the first generation Echo, but it also works as a home hub for certain like smart home features. And
like turning off lights?
Yes, and I believe, let's see here, for a limited time you can get a Philips Hue light bulb with it, just one.
Limited time.
Yes, and that costs $149.99, and the pre-order is available now, and it'll ship sometime this month.
They also did put better speakers in that one, didn't they?
They put better speakers in all
both of them.
Yeah, like the main features are also there with the 360 speaker and listening and all that stuff. It's just they're better at that now, I guess. So if you were on the fence about it because the speaker was okay. This one's going to be better. Probably not a ton better.
But it's also a little cheaper.
But it's also a little cheaper, yes.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're on the fence, this is probably the way to go because, like I said, it looks a lot better. It'll sound better. And it's cheaper. So.
Gotcha.
That is if you get just the regular one, not the Echo Plus, because that's more expensive and is still ugly.
Until you get a D-brand skin.
Until you get it into a Pringles can. Yes. Oh, I really want that.
That's actually so cool.
That would be amazing. Anyways, moving on. Oh,
there'd have to be an assortment. I mean, right? You need options.
True.
I don't know what my favorite Pringles flavor is.
What would be your favorite Pringles? If you had to choose one, Caleb.
You know what? I'm a sucker for the classics. Pizza.
Yes.
I like it.
Pizza.
I like it.
Anyways. How funny would it be if someone would be like, hey, can I have some of your chips? I don't have any. What's that? Oh.
Where's the lid? How does the...
Why does this Pringle can have buttons and keep yelling at me?
Yeah. How funny is if
Stop
someone go to
me.
pick it
Stop
up or try to take
me.
the top off, it would say something to him like, ow.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Like, why does this not exist yet?
We need to make an Alexa skill that does this. If you push the button on it more than once, it'll say, ow.
Or if someone picks it up, I need an adult. Awesome.
It's fantastic.
Sorry. Anyway, moving on.
We need to work on this. That would be amazing. I would buy one of these for that purpose.
You just place it in random spots, and have some video recorder waiting for someone to pick it up and drop it. When they're like, ah, when it goes, ow.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this is why it's a good thing I don't have lots of money to spend on random stuff, because this is what I would do with it.
Right?
It wouldn't be useful. It would just be entertaining.
No. This is useful. This is important.
This is. See, we could come up with our own reality TV show on what we could do with different things of technology and pull pranks on people. We could call it something like what's the TV show, Impractical Jokers? It could be something like Technology Jokers or something. I don't know, but we get lots of money for it. Be like, we just turn this into a Pringles can, and every time someone goes by to pick it up or something,
ow.
Yeah, ow.
Don't touch me.
At him. Yeah.
You know what, though?
Or
Stranger danger.
Big horn goes off.
Apple has been pushing into creating original TV content as of late, so, write up a pitch.
There we go.
Send it to them.
I bet you'd be all for that. The Windows guy sends a pitch to Apple. I bet you
to get them to make a reality TV show
on
about
Google?
an Amazon Alexa.
That's right. It could happen.
Yeah.
Except they'd have little changes. It's no longer an Amazon. But then that defeats the purpose. So.
I was going to say, the HomePod doesn't look like a can of Pringles.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work.
Yeah.
We could figure it out, though.
Anyways.
More stuff that Amazon did. They introduced a new Fire TV, the Fire TV 4K. And this is basically just another one of their Fire TV dongle things that plugs into your HDMI port.
And
now with 4K.
Yay.
Which is interesting because Google had a Chromecast that did this a year ago.
Yes.
I don't know if this has HDR like the Chromecast does or that new Apple TV does.
It better. I mean,
it just says
guys.
4K.
If Apple is releasing it, then you have to have it out. Or
I would
you're
imagine
just way
it
too
does.
far behind the times.
I would assume that it does. It doesn't say anything on this article that I'm reading.
Or maybe they're waiting for the
Plus.
Plus.
Wait. It does have HDR.
There we go. Okay. That's good.
There we go. It is $70, so same
bad.
price.
Better have HDR.
Same price as the Chromecast Ultra, and basically the same features.
Yep.
Except the Chromecast Ultra doesn't use Amazon Instant Video because Amazon's well they have been stupid, but now they are actually now selling the Apple TV again on Amazon.
Yep.
I haven't looked for Chromecast yet to see if it's there,
Yep.
but I wouldn't be surprised.
The Apple TV is back, and you're going to be able to get the Amazon app on your Apple TV.
Yeah, and
Like,
now that the
soon.
Amazon Instant Video app is available on Android for the first time in probably 3 years, maybe it'll get Chromecast support. Who knows? Anyways,
people are playing nice.
Kind of.
Sounds like.
Kind of.
Grudgingly.
I do have news on that in a minute
okay.
as well, with Amazon and Google not playing nice. They also have the Echo Spot. This, I think, is the most interesting Echo device. I think this is to replace the Dot, and it's no longer a hockey puck. It's more, honestly, it looks kind of like a Nexus Q cut in half.
Yeah, it does.
If you remember the Nexus Q, I'm surprised. It was Google's attempt at, I'm not sure. It was basically like a first iteration of the Chromecast, but awful. Anyways, the Echo Spot is like a small softball-sized thing that has a sliver cut out of it and put a screen on there. And
that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are saying it's going to be good to have as like an alarm clock next to your bed or something.
Yeah.
But it also has a camera for video calls and such. And supposedly you can watch video on this small, teeny screen.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's
just
there.
cause. Why not?
Yeah. The downside to this is it's $130 for something that has nowhere near as good of a speaker as the normal Echo. The only benefit is that screen, which isn't much of a benefit because it's a little bit bigger than your average smartwatch screen.
Yeah. Well, and it also has a nice camera there that will, give you advice on what you're wearing and stuff like that, creepily. Well, it tells you to buy stuff from Amazon that would make you look better.
You need it.
Take that off. Take that off. You need to buy this. And then it shows you a tiny, tiny picture of a thing. Anyways.
It does say here, though, it has a headphone jack, so you can plug in better speakers to it.
Okay, there's that.
So,
there's that.
While everyone is taking away the headphone jack on the phone, Amazon's adding it to
Amazon's collecting
interesting piece of hardware.
We can't sell these.
They can't just sell headphone jacks. What? Well, speaking of that, though, I did see someone put a legitimate headphone jack into an iPhone 7.
Really?
Yes.
And it was fully functional and all sorts of stuff.
It was fully functional after some legitimate, genius level electrical engineering work.
Yes.
Like the guy.
It's not the
Holy
one.
crap.
It's not the hoax that I saw people just drilling holes into their.
Oh, gee.
Look, it's right there. Just drill and it's fine.
That
metal.
was hilarious.
Oh, it's so bad. It's like the people that were all like, "Hey, your iPhone 5 will now charge wirelessly in your microwave."
Oh no.
Yeah, don't put your phone in a microwave, guys. Just saying. Good times.
Yeah, not recommended. The next Echo device they came out with is Echo Connect, and this is it just says
it's a 3D camera that sits on top of your TV.
No.
And, oh wait.
This is basically a box that connects all of your Echo devices together more easily, I suppose. Kind of like a hub for your Echo stuff.
Can you call each device something? So you can call one itchy and the other one scratchy?
I would hope so.
That would be
as long as the names you pick are Alexa, you're fine.
Yeah.
This one's Alexa, and this one's Alexa, and this one's Alexa.
Yes.
Alexa 1, Alexa 2.
Yeah. That one, the Echo Connect, starts at $35. So that's relatively cheap, but like I said, it's just basically something to connect your devices.
It doesn't actually do anything on its own, does it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it will do the speakers or has microphone input and stuff like that. It just is basically on your Wi-Fi.
Pretty much. I believe there's also an app for your phone that this will connect to and makes it, again, just communicate better between devices.
Gotcha.
So if you have a lot of Echo devices, if you're into the Amazon ecosystem fully, then this is probably going to be beneficial for you. The average person that has one, maybe two, probably not.
Yeah.
Don't waste your money on it. Then the last bit of hardware they announced, which I find really interesting,
is a phone. Does it have 4 cameras on it?
You're
That's
thinking
on the
4
front.
years ago, and no.
Oh,
Actually, that was
How long ago was that? I can't.
It might have
remember.
been 5 years ago now.
I remember it being an enormous joke, but
I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It wasn't as long ago as I thought.
Can it make me a pizza?
It can order you a pizza. Domino's. You can tweet and get your pizza delivered to you. Anyways.
It's amazing.
The last
how many
Echo
ways
thing,
you can get a pizza.
The last Echo thing is Echo buttons. And I find these interesting. At first I was like, this is retarded, but no, this actually could be cool if developers take advantage of it. What these are is they're $20 things. Like, it comes in a pack of 2 initially. Oh, but never mind. $20 for 2. So that's how you get them. So it's not horribly priced, but what these are is you can do trivia games or different games with your Alexa.
Yeah.
Which
Jeopardy
is kind of interesting. So, like, each person can have a button, and that's how it knows that you're the one that gets to answer first. But, like, I can't remember what podcast I was listening to. Someone said that if they allow this to be opened up, which it probably will be because it's Amazon, developers can take advantage of this. You could put these buttons, and you could either use them as like a dash button type thing, which are already kind of cool, but these are more you could customize these, or you could make it just like, if developers could take advantage of it, they could do all sorts of interesting stuff with it.
Yeah.
Like, if you could use this for like if this and that, then you just push this button and it does a whole bunch of crap for you. Like, you could have one by the door, you push it, it'll just, if you have a lot of smart home features, it'll just turn everything off, basically, just by pushing this button, or on when you're coming home, or things like that.
A lot of capabilities.
There really is a lot of capabilities for this if developers take advantage of it, and that's the key.
Yeah.
Right now, it's basically just to play games with. So,
which is all we want.
Yeah, because
like
everyone
games.
wants to just gather around an Echo and push a button. Yay!
Or have it tell you you're fat in that suit.
If it has a camera on it.
Yeah.
That's what the look is for.
Yes.
Which wasn't mentioned on this.
Are you going out in that? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you want to get a date? Your mother wants a grandchild, and you're not going to get one with that outfit. I'm sorry. I should be the voice for this.
You know what would be awesome is if you could try it and they get packages for different actors or something, like voice packages. I would get Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah.
I would get Terry Crews.
I was thinking Wesley Snipes, but that could be real vulgar real quick.
Yeah. I'm going for Terry because he can clean it up but really deliver it home. I'm just saying.
That would be pretty funny.
You know what? At some
Especially if I'm out of Old Spice.
At some point, we'll probably get one for Siri, but it will just be The Rock. That'll be your only option.
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming. Friggin' Rock. Guy's a billionaire, I swear.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just for that Siri commercial.
Yeah, just for that alone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Next thing that Amazon announced, this is not a device, but this is something that makes these devices more useful, is now you can call phones with the Echo. Whereas before you could only call other Echo devices. Now, after Google did this with the Google Home, you can call phone numbers through your Echo device, which this should have just been the way they did it before.
Do they charge you anything?
Yeah.
No, I believe it's free, as well as like Google Home is free to call whoever. So that's a nice little feature that they now have. So if you have one, you can do this.
That is cool.
It is pretty cool. Now, the thing I was talking about with tech companies not playing so friendly.
Yes.
Google has pulled YouTube from the Echo Show.
Yep.
Oh.
And their reasoning behind it is they're saying Amazon is violating YouTube's terms of service. YouTube is just saying that they don't know why this happened. It just randomly happened. I see both being the case.
Mom and Dad pulled us from you. I'm sorry.
I find it interesting, though, because if you think about YouTube apps on other devices besides the mobile and on the browser, the user experience is generally not great. Like, I've got YouTube on my TV. it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're never great.
So I'm not surprised that it's happening, but I don't know. It kind of makes the Echo Show pointless because generally
no.
I mean
you don't say.
You could use Bing videos, I guess.
But most of those are YouTube.
But
anyway.
most of those are YouTube.
They just pull from YouTube.
Yeah,
I know this.
So it's true. I mean, generally, if you're looking up a video, like a how-to video, it's going to be on YouTube. So that again makes the Echo Show not fully pointless, but mostly pointless.
Mostly pointless. Yeah.
I mean, you can still look at some things that aren't videos, I guess. But
the weather. You can look at the weather.
Yeah.
Or you can look out your window to save money.
What? No.
What?
Madness.
Whoa. Whoa. Settle down.
Calm down there, Wes.
I'm sorry. Little old school here. I know this is a tech podcast. I'm sorry.
I don't go outside for things.
This isn't the Adam and Eve podcast. I'm sorry.
Gosh.
Were you born in a barn?
Apparently.
Yeah. It was a small one. It was on fire.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Goodness. So if you have an Echo Show, I'm sorry you can't watch YouTube videos. The next company to have a lot of fun this week was Roku. They announced a lot of new stuff.
USB dongles.
Yay.
Pretty much. These devices range anywhere now from $30 to $130.
I think it's gotten to the point where it's like, this one is a circle dongle. This one's a square. This one's a triangle. Because they all do the same friggin' thing.
Kind of rounded.
Kinda, because the Chromecast is round. The Echo or Amazon TV is very square.
Boxy, yes.
And
this one is kind of like a rounded rectangle.
The Roku ones are generally
half circle rectangles.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, like, basically all these devices are just...
And then there's Apple that's still shipping a little cube.
Why can't they just make it an Apple?
Oh. Why can't they?
Just make it a freaking Apple. Everything just
a little Apple
just
with
an Apple.
HDMI port
they
on the
were
back.
They were on their way with the hockey puck mouse. All they needed to do was cut a little half circle out of it.
Yeah.
Put a leaf on the top. Yep.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Like, that's just the best advertising because it's like, what is that, Apple?
Clearly.
Best about, like, there you go. I mean, they made an elevator out of an apple.
I don't think Johnny Ive is going to be off in on that one at all.
No.
I don't know. He might.
It's not quite as aesthetically pleasing.
He's very particular.
They can put a door on it. Just Apple it up.
If it was going to look like an apple, they would just sell apples. Although, why don't they do that?
Why don't they sell apples? Why doesn't Apple
you
have
imagine
apple farms?
If they had apple
Apple apples. Oh, man.
This is the Apple Macintosh.
This is the... Oh, wow.
This is a Macintosh Apple.
My brain.
This has gone too far.
But the question is, would they sell them at a premium? Yes.
They're going to be made of aluminium.
Are these apples?
They would spend years breeding different types of apples together.
This is true.
In order to create the most flawless apple of
one
the most
apple, it's
brilliant materials.
Would it be
and
called
it would be
the
white.
apple?
It would be white. It would
or
be a
space
white
gray.
apple. Oh yes, space gray.
Would it be called the apple?
No, it's going to be.
It would be called the Apple.
The apple.
They've left I behind. Everything is Apple now. Apple Watch.
That's
Apple,
true. Wasn't I just meant internet?
Sure.
Back in the day, it was like iMac. That was like the one.
Yes, that's what iMac was. It was the one that was designed to get you on the internet as quick as possible. And then they released the iPod, which was not that. So it was really just like it's an iPod because we have an iMac and iBooks. So yeah, sure,
Okay.
It happens.
Yep.
iPhone. Yeah.
Back to Roku.
I'm still on
They're
this
pretty
Apple
cool.
thing. No.
Anyways, their new devices, they have the Roku Express and Express Plus. They are $30 or $40, depending on which one you get. The Roku streaming stick is $50, and it still maxes out at 1080p, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
There's the Roku Streaming Stick Plus, which is $70, and that's basically their version of the Chromecast Ultra or new Amazon Fire 4K TV, whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
$70 seems to be the sweet spot for those sticks, evidently.
Yeah. And this one, like I said, is basically those has 4K and HDR streaming built in. And then there's the Roku Ultra, which is their Apple TV competitor at $130. Well, actually, it used to be $130. Now it's $99. So
What?
Wow.
price drop.
Nice.
There you go.
So yeah, and with these devices, there's Roku OS 8 update that is coming. I mentioned this to Wes earlier. I'm hoping this comes to my TV because my TV has Roku built into it.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining it will be there. I don't know when. Doesn't say, but it's coming. And that's
Hope
Roku.
for the best.
Yeah. That's Roku. Last week we talked about Nest coming out with a security system. Now Ring is doing the same thing.
Yay.
Because why not?
Security!
Yeah. The benefit to this one is it starts at $200 instead of $500.
That's a good
Much,
bargain.
much better. This comes with, let's see. The kit comes with the base station, a keypad, contact sensor, which is for your doors and windows and stuff, a motion detector, and a Z-Wave range extender. So, comes with actually more stuff than the Nest bundle does.
Not
Cool.
bad.
For less price. And it's Ring, so I mean, the Ring doorbells have been probably the doorbell. If you're going to buy something like this, that's what you buy.
Yeah.
And they've been really reliable. The customer service I hear is awesome.
Yep.
So, I mean, if you're buying into an ecosystem, I would probably buy into this one.
Yeah.
But at the same
'cause,
time,
I mean-
Nest products have also been really good.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the thing for me is all like Nest has experience with like environmental monitoring and thermostats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ring actually has experience with like, hey, we're putting
With
a doorbell
this.
outside your front door. It's got a camera on it. It lets you monitor your front door situation from anywhere in the world.
Yep.
That's a security system feature. Like,
Yeah.
so I kind of edge toward Ring in terms of, hey, it's a security system.
Yeah.
I think they have more experience in that way
Yeah.
than
I agree.
Nest. Though the new Nest thermostat, the plastic one, looks pretty good.
I do like it.
That one looks good.
It's
I like
very
it.
plain,
Yeah.
but I like it.
It's minimalist.
They are.
And I'm the Apple guy, so
those, those thermostats are actually pretty cool. My mom just got one because she had told me how she got it. It was with her credit card
Oh yeah,
miles,
credit
or
card
something.
rewards.
Yeah. So they gave it to her, and I was kind of messing
Sweet.
with it. Air
Yeah.
on, air off. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
So
let's see. I think that. Nope, there's one more general tech news thing before we move on to Google stuff that I actually do want to talk about. Well, this is actually kind of Google. It's just Google partnering with people. They announced a while ago that they wanted to have Street View Ready cameras, basically 360 cameras. And now they have their first one. It's called the Insta360 Street View Ready camera. And this is actually Street View Auto Ready. They're supposed to be mobile and auto and some other one. I can't remember. This one, though, is $3,500.
Woo!
So, I mean, if you're really looking into getting some 360 coverage on a vehicle, then go for it. This is basically Google's way of saying, we want other people to do our job for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's basically we're sick of paying people to go out and collect Street View information, so we want you to pay us to do the same thing.
Pretty much.
you know what's
Basically.
sad about the situation?
Is people are going to do it.
Gonna do it.
It's true.
Yep.
If I had buckets of money, I probably would buy one. Just because it's kind of cool.
It is.
I
cool.
don't
It
know
is
if I would
cool.
use it on top of my car as much. It's just a really, really nice 360-degree camera.
Yeah.
It's stupid nice.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, if it's ready for Street View type 360 stuff, you know it's going to be good quality.
Well, especially on a car because you're traveling really fast. So I mean, it's,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
basically it's shooting 360-degree video at resolutions appropriate for photo, which is that's cool.
Yes.
It's cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So now on to more of the Google type stuff. This also has to do with Windows. I wonder did you see this, Wes?
Yes, I did.
Bill Gates has admitted now to recently switching to an Android phone, although he did say it has lots of Microsoft software. He didn't say what phone. People are assuming the Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus because those are sold in Microsoft stores. I don't know if I'm going to go as far as to say to assume that, but he has admitted now to using an Android phone. He still obviously doesn't use an iPhone. He has never been a big fan of Apple products, he says.
I'm pretty sure that the universe would have imploded if he had admitted to that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Doesn't
the
he
world
own
would go
30% of Apple, though?
Oh, probably.
I was going to say
that's just a good way to make money, though.
I was going to say he's on the money side.
I'm sure he does own Apple products just to see, and
that's
the same reason why Steve Wozniak buys everything.
Yeah.
He mostly uses Apple and iPhone stuff, but he buys everything to try it out and to play with, and he likes things on other devices more.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Bill Gates is probably the same way, just to mess with.
Yeah. I mean, when you've got that much money, it's all like,
why not?
Just do it.
I honestly, I would too. I'd probably
sure.
be like, oh, let me try this iPhone. Oh, let me try this Android.
Yeah. It would be a problem for me because I would be swimming in cheap Chinese phones, and I'm like, is this really as good as they say it is?
God.
Buy. Just buy.
Open his doors.
Just like
Caleb's just going to have an account
Chinese
that automatically buys stuff as it's uploaded to Chinese websites.
This phone has every version of Windows ever. Simo boot. $50.
I would totally buy that. I can't lie.
You totally would.
I would buy that.
Would you boot this on Windows 3.1, please? Sadly, I probably would too, just to deke with it.
Yeah.
I want to play Commander Keen on my phone.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
Keen. Jazz the Jackrabbit.
Also comes with MS-DOS.
I remember I used to be really good at MS-DOS.
I did too.
Back in the day. And now I think about it, I'm like, I don't remember how to use it.
I remember nothing. Yeah.
No. My 5-year-old self was much more capable at that stuff than,
than
I am now.
I do remember that. I used to, all the time, just, oh yeah, this is how you do it. Whether it was the load a game or load something, I remember. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember having to, and not this for lack of a better term, log off of what I was doing and log into something else to do anything.
Yeah.
That's how it wasn't applications.
You had
icons.
No such thing as protected memory. You could not multitask. Like, two things could not be running at the same time or everything would explode.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It was a problem.
Good times.
It was good times.
I kind of really want a computer now that does that just to play with.
My 7-year-old self was actually like trying to code games in Visual Basic that came with my installation of MS-DOS back in the day.
Did you?
And they were terrible. Just terrible games. Full of bugs. Just the worst.
Literal bugs.
Like probably. I sometimes wish that I still had the source code for those games just so that I could open it up and go, oh my gosh, you really had no clue how for loops work, did you? Nope. Anyways.
But still, it'll be fun.
MS-DOS. How did we get on this? Wes, I blame
Mobile
you.
phones.
Bill Gates bought an Android phone.
That's how we got on this.
I see. Yes. Perfect
correlation
sense.
there.
Yeah. More Google stuff. And this has to do with Apple as well, kind of. Well, it's because of Apple. There are now movies on Google Play Movies that are the 4K UHD video for $20. Not everything, but there are more and more coming.
Is Disney not in that one?
No.
Well, the one that I did see, I got looking at to see what movies were available, and one that's like on the front page and available is the new Spider-Man movie. That's technically not Disney, I don't think. It's Marvel, but it's not.
It is Marvel,
Disney. It's
but I think
Sony.
it's technically Sony. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
if I remember
the deal,
I heard what the deal was. Disney can use Spider-Man if they make 3 Spider-Man movies under Sony Pictures. It was weird. It's like
it's kind of bizarre because it's basically Sony still wants to get the money from the Spider-Man franchise, so Sony is technically the distributor, like the sole distributor.
Yeah.
But Marvel Productions, Marvel Studios made the movie,
right,
and Disney are actually doing the distribution, but they're doing it under Sony's terms and in Sony's name. So
So it's
this is the main reason why this Spider-Man has been said to be the best one yet, because it's made under the right studios.
It's
because
sad
it
I still
wasn't
haven't
Sony.
seen it.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah,
I heard it was good. I don't know.
I heard it.
Everyone
was good.
I've talked to says it's really good, and
Like,
one of, the, if not the best, Spider-Man movie to date.
You know, I'd have to. Okay, a little tangent here. I actually didn't mind the first and second Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Those were good.
Me either.
I actually didn't mind, and I don't know.
The first Amazing Spider-Man was pretty good too.
Yeah,
it's just that Sony is really good at killing those franchises off in one movie.
Yeah,
just like here's one flop, it's dead. We're gonna reboot it in 3 years. So
I just always liked the first and second one.
Yeah, the second one's really good.
Like I enjoyed what they did. Obviously, there's plenty of memes of Tobey Maguire and whatever, but I don't know. I always liked them. And granted, I have not seen this new one.
Yeah.
And I think the big thing is since I know that a lot of the Avengers are in it that I already like, it's going to give it more points. It's in that same universe.
Yep.
But
that always helps. So the question, though, is Google upgrading people's existing HD content to 4K?
No, they are not.
Okay.
And like Amazon, I read also is doing some of these movies at $20.
Yeah,
but I don't believe they're upgrading either.
So they're basically they're cutting the same deal with the studios that Apple cut with them, presumably, whatever that was.
To an extent, I think Apple honestly, now that this is all happening, I think the biggest thing that Apple did was upgrading all people.
Yeah, for sure. That was the thing I was not expecting. Like everyone was expecting, 4K content in iTunes, maybe at $20 instead of 25 or 30 or whatever. But then they're all like, and all of your current HD content will get upgraded to 4K.
Yeah. See, that's amazing. See, that's amazing.
Like you just saved me like $100.
Yeah, I think like people were saying that Apple had to do a lot of negotiating just to get the $20 thing. I think the studios were planning on having $20 movies at UHD. It was just, I think the thing that Apple struggled with was getting the upgrade.
Yeah.
Now that all this is happening, that's probably what it was.
I wonder on Microsoft's side, I'm talking into this, I wonder what they're going to do. I have noticed that they're actually giving you more game content for movie purchases. Like when I bought Wonder Woman, they're like, here's some Injustice 2 credits because you bought it over here. but it's not the 4K. Like I think I still have to purchase the but I wonder how they're going to
see, and I wonder because that actually would make a lot of sense because Microsoft just is they're so closely tied in with the gaming world with Xbox.
Well, I just noticed that there's a lot of that now. Like when I bought The Force Awakens, they gave me Star Wars Battlefront credits.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I wonder if that's the route that they're going to try and go with that.
I think it's something for them to do that doesn't actually require them to negotiate with studios, but still gives them a way to incentivize people coming over to their side and buying stuff on their store.
Do you know how much an actual 4K movie is? Or how big? Do you know?
Oh, gosh. Okay, let me think. DVDs are 7 gigs, professional ones. Blu-ray, I think, went up to 14 or something like that.
Are you thinking 4K is like 30?
No, because you can get 4K Blu-ray. 21? I know that 4K Blu-ray is bigger than like the HD Blu-rays were, but I don't think they're like double the size or anything because the Blu-ray technology is still technically the same. So, yeah, I mean, probably 21, 22, somewhere in there. That would be my guess.
Those of us that have limited data caps.
Yes.
Yep. I'm thinking of the way, like, I'm just going to have to grab my hard drive and go to someone's house and be like, hey.
I'm just going to farm off of your internet for a minute here and download a bunch of videos.
Can I borrow, 500 gigs, please?
That's why it's also unfortunate that Apple is only doing this over streaming.
Yeah. You can't download them.
Yep. Yeah. I know with Microsoft I can put it on pretty much anything that like my phone, anything. But now that I'm on an internet provider that has a limited data, or all of them are data cap, but mine's at 350 gigs right now. So I'm like, I'm trying to because I would like to do the 4K, but then like when we're talking about it, even then I'm like, I could watch a movie a month. Like stream it if it'll go well, but I'm like oh, if I download it, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That's why I asked.
Well, you can also just buy 4K Blu-rays.
That too.
You have a 4K Blu-ray player in your Xbox One S, so
yes, I do.
I mean, that might be the way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just save on data. That's weird because it's so funny you say that because I used to be a huge DVD collector. Like, I had hundreds. I was such a movie buff. I sold them all because I was going digital. And now...
now you might need to start buying them again.
but before it was when Blu-ray started coming out, so it was just DVDs I had. But I had boxes of them. I mean, trilogies upon everything. And I was like, I'll just get rid of them. And then, we'll move on. And here we are. I'm going back to DVDs. Dang it. Actually, it's not bad because then, I could save on that, but probably get the true 4K experience. Oh, well. Anyway.
Yeah.
But is anyone else going to, when Disney comes out with their streaming service, anyone else going to cancel Netflix?
Nope.
No.
Don't want to do it?
I watch tons of stuff on Netflix. Like, I watch hardly anything from Disney on Netflix, so... Yeah,
it's because there's nothing on Netflix that's Disney.
Are you kidding? There's so much Disney stuff on there.
I watch a lot of Moana. Freak. A lot of Moana.
Yep. But hopefully, by the time they have their own streaming service, they will also have jumped on the bandwagon to selling their 4K content for $20 on everyone's stores.
They can control that.
Because then I'll just, buy the movies I want to watch and call it good.
Yep.
I hope they go back to linking their accounts or something, because that would be
still
nice.
do that.
Yeah, they better not stop doing that, or I'm going to be really peeved.
Yeah.
Although I bought Frozen a long time ago, and they still won't count it as on Disney.
Huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
That is weird.
But everything else. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, my last little bit of Google news before we move on to gaming. Google, on the Google Store, like the physical hardware buy phone store online, you can now trade in phones to get credit for buying a different phone from Google. And I'm actually kind of excited about this because
maybe
I still can't justify buying the new Pixel phone, but this makes it a whole lot more easier because of what I can get for my phone, like a Pixel XL 32 gig working, like my phone's in really good condition, and the only condition they require is they ask if the glass is broke and if does it turn on. And mine fits both of those. The glass is not broke and it does turn on and fully function. I can get $400.
There you go.
Ooh.
I don't know if I could sell it for that much.
I don't think you could.
I mean, well, I could probably put it online for $450 and I might be able to get it because it is in really good condition, but
hey,
that's a maybe. I'm guaranteed $400 right as of now. It might change once the new phones are announced.
Yeah, it'll change tomorrow.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't expect them to drop it that much.
Yeah,
that makes a new phone half price.
Yep.
I mean, that's legitimately that makes it half price.
Well, and that's what you want out of a phone. Honestly, that's pretty similar to the way iPhones hold their value after a year. Like, you can sell it and you pay half price for your new phone, basically.
Pretty much.
And, that's actually really kind of rare in the premium smartphone market. Like, not that many phones hold their value that well.
Yeah.
Mostly because most of them don't get software updates. So,
yeah.
I guess that is kind of an exclusive club for Google and Apple then.
Yeah.
You want to know what's really sad and doesn't hold value? My phone.
Windows phones?
Yeah. I went at our mall here, they've got a booth that you could put your phone on and it tells you how much it's worth. It'll scan it, and then if you want to sell it right there, you could.
What did they give you, $10?
It was 12.
It was $12.
I was pretty proud.
Wow.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Because they probably want to turn around and sell it for $15.
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna say I'll buy your phone from you for $12.
If you really need the money, man, here you go.
It's funny because there's a guy that I work with that Wes, you used to work with him as well, but he has the same phone you do. He's looking to upgrade to get a new Android phone.
Yeah.
And I've been tempted, like, I'll take your phone from you for cheap because I want to play with a Windows phone. I want to actually use one.
Does he actually own it, or did he?
He owns it.
Okay, he does.
He bought the phone outright. He didn't do like a monthly payment thing.
Cool.
So I've been tempted, like, I should just take it and use it for, I want to have a Windows phone to use.
Just to mess with.
Like,
and that one still gets
like
updates.
A week.
Yeah, that one still gets updates.
Yeah,
so you'll...
Because, like, I'm the type of guy, I want to try all these things.
Yeah, yep.
But I can't afford to just go buy a phone to play with for a week or two.
You could buy a Windows phone.
I could now.
$12.
And I know it'll work because it's an AT&T phone. So I really am tempted to do that with his phone once he buys a new one because I want to play with it for like a week, see what it's like, but I don't want to fully dive in to where I'm like, okay, that's my phone for a year because I know I'm not into the Windows ecosystem enough to get away with that. But to mess with Windows, for a week or two,
Windows supports everybody, like everybody. It's like, do you have a Google
account?
Well, they
support everybody on everybody else's
their
phone.
devices too.
Except me.
I get great support from Microsoft on my iPhone.
I bet you do. You're their number one priority over there.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Back to this update thing with Google, though,
Sorry,
so we can keep going.
Yeah.
There are more phones than just the Google phones that you can trade in, though. Like, obviously, you can do anything from the Nexus 6 up with Nexus and Google phones, which I'm kind of surprised they had the Nexus 6 as an option. You don't get a ton of money for it, but you get something, so, I mean, that's kind of nice. They also have Samsung devices from the Note 5, the Note 5 up. Mm-hmm. Obviously not the Note 7 because if you still have one,
they'll send the cops to your house if you try to trade that one in.
That would be funny. And then also iPhones, you can get from the iPhone 6 up. So this includes the 6, 6 Plus, SE, 6S, 6S Plus, so on.
Yeah.
So, and they don't get quite as much money as like the Google phones because they want,
Could you trade in an 8? Will they take an iPhone 8?
I don't think that's on there yet.
Dang it.
That would be
that
funny,
would be
though.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It's all like, I just bought this thing. It's still in the box. Will you take it?
Yeah.
Why?
No.
You have made some poor decisions.
Pretty much. And then the last phone they have is the LG G6. And all of these phones, other than the Pixel phones, are your standard trade-in prices. You could sell them for more, but if you don't want to go through the hassle of trying to sell them, you can trade them in to get credit for a new phone. And it's just, obviously it's not going to be that great of prices.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm fortunate with the Pixel that it's $400 for my phone. But that's, if I were to go to any other trade-in site, I don't think I'd get near that much.
Yeah.
Probably closer to $250 to maybe $300, which is standard for even an iPhone trade-in. Unless you're going to Apple, because if you're going to trade it in an Apple, you're going to be buying another iPhone. Same with this. If you're trading it in for Google, you're going to be buying a Pixel, so they're going to give you more money in that for that. But that's just, it's a good option. So if you're looking to maybe buy the new Pixel phone or get the first-gen Pixel for cheaper, once this new one comes out and you have one of these phones, that's a way to get a little bit of a discount on it. So
cool.
I like that they're offering it. Again, it's not the best option if you want to. You obviously could get more for all these phones selling them, but like I said, if you don't want to go through the hassle and you just want to trade it in,
Yep,
it's a wonderful option.
Probably go there.
Really good option.
If you've got a Pixel, go there before you go to like Gazelle or something like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
So that's my last bit of tech news. And so we can move on to gaming.
Why don't you give it to us?
Me?
Yeah, start us off.
I mentioned last week that Super Mario Run was going to be getting an update, and it actually came a day early. It was supposed to come on the 29th. I got it on the 28th.
Oh.
I didn't even know it was there because I don't get notifications for updates from the Play Store because that's annoying. But I'm also not the one that automatically updates my apps on the Play Store because I'm weird. And Caleb mentioned this; he's weird as well. We like to look at what's changed, what's
I
in
like
the
reading
update.
release notes.
Yeah,
it's fun.
So like I just go in and update things individually, kind of, and check what's new because I'm weird.
No, it's.
I didn't get this that way either, though.
I used to, but now I'm like, just update the thing.
Well, you just hope that there's an update.
You know what? Surprisingly, I actually get quite a bit of updates from non-Microsoft stuff. When it's Microsoft stuff, it blows my mind because I've got Office and all that. Like when Microsoft does an update, they update everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, but usually it's like bug fixes. Okay, just update the stupid thing. But, yeah. Anyway.
But I got the update by opening the app to go play the game, and it said, "Oh, there's an update for this that you should go download." Okay, so I did.
Yay!
And we mentioned last week what the update was bringing, and obviously, they didn't give any details on any of the stuff. They just said what it was. So now we have details, obviously, because it's there. The Remix 10 thing that they were talking about is basically a new way of playing the game. It's like mini versions of different levels, and it's in groups of 10. That's where the Remix 10 comes into play.
Right.
So it's interesting because like most of the levels, it's like a minute of play and then you're done and go to the next one. Like if you do Toad Rally, it's a minute long. And if you do just the worlds, it's basically until you reach a certain point of each world, then you're done. This one, it's, like I said, mini versions of separate worlds, and you're going there to collect 3 coins, if you can, collect 3 coins in each one, and then it jumps you into the next one, and there's 10 different levels. So it's a little longer than what you're used to. You can pause in between each one, or not in between. You can't pause in between. I've tried that. It doesn't allow you to pause. You have to be in the level playing, and then there's a pause button you can hit and stop playing for a second. So it's a little more time consuming just because
there's 10.
It's not an easy way to just do one really quick and then be done. But they're fun. Some of them are really easy to get all 3 coins. Some of them are a little not as easy, I guess. And there's also, they're calling remix levels within these things that have 5 coins instead of just 3. And it's like a combination of this level and this level and this level in one level. It's really interesting.
Oh.
And it doesn't necessarily make them more difficult. It's just different.
That's cool, though. Gives you variety.
So, if you're in, I'm trying to think of I don't know the level's names, but you could have bombs in a level that normally doesn't have bombs in it, or Goombas in a level that normally doesn't, or fire, all these different things in levels that these things aren't normally in. And it's pretty fun. And each section is 10 levels, and there's 30 different, it's really weird, because, obviously, doing this Remix 10 is how you get Princess Daisy to be another character.
Right.
I haven't gotten far enough to get her yet, because there's 30 different sub-level, or... Okay, it's weird. I don't know. It's weird the way they got this set up, because, when you first start doing it, each group is of 10 different levels. And then the first part of it, there's, 1 or 2 groups, and then you go to the next group.
Okay.
And the further you get, there's more more groups of the 10 in each group. I don't know. It's weird. So, right now I'm to a point where it's there's either 3 groups of 10 or 4 groups of 10 before you move on to the next set.
Okay.
I'm at 22. So I've got to get to 30 before I can get Daisy. And I've been playing it fairly regularly, and it's taking a while to get there.
Gotcha.
But
I want you to play.
And it's funny because I've only done 1 full set of 10 and gotten every star in that set of 10. Like, only once in all of these different, sets that I've done.
That's so cool.
I mean, it's not difficult, but it's not easy. Like, you can get through each 10. Like, you can legitimately die in one of or every set of 10 or every thing and still get to Daisy. You don't have to get every coin to pass on to the next thing.
But that's just you and your achievement hunting.
Well, that's the thing. You can't. It's not right now. It's not like easy to go back and redo groups of 10. Like, you just go on and on and on and on.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming you can go back and do them again. I haven't really tried super heavily to do it. But, like, once you get done with a set of, like, 4 groups of 10, it just automatically bumps you to the next one.
Oh.
So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if it's one of those, just get through these crap to get this extra character and then you're done. I don't know, because I haven't gotten through it yet. So
I wonder if getting her will make the levels easier.
I don't know.
Like, you went through the levels, now you know this, and then here's Daisy. She'll make it easier somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. The one thing I really hate about Remix 10 is you can't choose your character. It's automatically Mario, and then randomly in each group of 10, there's one level that is someone else. And I hate Mario.
You don't like Mario?
No, not on this game. My preferred character is Luigi, by far, on everything.
Whoa. That's like so backwards.
I know, it's weird.
It is.
Luigi, the reason why is he can jump higher and farther than Mario can. So he's more capable. And like all of these characters have different capabilities.
Right.
Like with any of the Yoshi characters, when you press and hold, he jumps and then starts running in air and then slowly goes up before he drops.
That's right, yep.
Princess Peach will just kind of float until she stops.
Right.
And then Mario just spins. And that's all Luigi does, but he jumps higher and farther than Mario. That's why I like him the best. And
makes sense.
Like the Toads, I think they run a little faster than Mario does.
Right.
And that's their
skill
thing. But yeah, in Remix 10 you can't choose your character, which I hate. Because again, I really don't like Mario.
Gotcha.
Or any of the other characters besides Luigi. He's my favorite to use. Like if I'm doing a Toad Rally or any of the regular levels, it's Luigi.
Gotcha.
So that's one thing that makes it, for me, more difficult to not get all the coins on all the levels because I'm not used to Mario. I'm getting more used to him because I'm forced to use him.
Yeah.
But I still hate him because there's certain things like there's a coin right there and I can't get to it because I'm using freaking Mario.
Maybe you can go back once you get it all done. You can go back, choose,
and do a different character.
I really hope so because I probably do a whole lot better with Luigi than I am with Mario.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then the extra world that they gave, which was World Star that I mentioned, it's interesting because the way they've got it set up is there's, I think, 9 more levels that you can do to get like the pink, the purple, and black stars.
Right.
Like the regular worlds. But in order to unlock these worlds, it's not where you do one and then go on to the next one. It's you have to do certain things in other worlds to unlock these worlds. I've got 3 of them unlocked, I think. Maybe 4.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And some of the stuff you have to do is like in World 5-2 or whatever, you cannot hit more than 5 Goombas. Oh. And that world, whatever world, I don't know if it's 5-2, but whatever world it is, it's all Goombas. It's difficult. Or it's like you have to get more than 300 coins in this world, or less than 5. Like there's one that you have to get legitimately less than 5 coins.
Interesting.
And it's not easy to do that in these worlds. So, I mean, they're basically making it more worth the money because there's a lot more stuff you can now do. Because I was to a point where there was nothing I could do besides just play and get thousands upon thousands of toads, basically. And, you know, now there's something to play for again.
That's awesome.
And like we said, or like I said last week, it's discounted to $5 for the time being. I think it's until the middle of the month. I can't remember the date. But if you haven't bought it already, it's only $5 to buy it now. So,
and you get a bunch more content.
Oh yeah, I mean overall the update is really good. I really like it. There's like you said, a lot more stuff to do, and some of it's easy, some of it's not. Some of it's more fun than others, but
yep,
it's a pretty good update considering it's a
mobile
game.
Yeah,
like I was surprised.
It's always nice to see like mobile games legitimately supported for years after release.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, okay, we're not years after release of Super Mario Run, but
yeah, it's good
still,
to see.
I mean,
hopefully, we'll continue to see this stuff.
It's not just a bug fix update. It's like a legit here's more content update.
That's so cool. That's awesome. I kind of want an Android phone just to play. Like we got a little dinky Android for my daughter and her tablet just to mess with, and she's got Super Mario Run, but she doesn't play it as much.
Play?
No, she won't let me play it.
My game, Dad. My game.
Fine, but I just got. Anytime I do have free time, I'm playing other games on my backlog. So
yes,
I still haven't actually sat down to play Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like the Switch is just sitting there. My daughter likes to get on there and play, but yeah.
Yeah.
Have they got it to where you link your Nintendo account on there too?
Well, they've had that for a while.
Have they?
Yeah.
Does it benefit anything?
No.
It makes it so you can it saves better.
Yeah, like you can sync progress across devices and stuff like
that. But you could do that anyways because it'll work with Google Play Games or Apple, whatever. What's Apple?
Game Center?
Game Center, yeah.
Gotcha.
So I mean, you could kind of do that before. This just makes it easier. And they gave you, if you were to link your Nintendo account, basically they gave you like 10,000 coins or something stupid to buy.
Yay!
Stuff.
Virtual currency.
Which
it's like printing money.
All you can buy in the game with the coins is decorations for your land, like your castle area and stuff. It's like, and I've ran out of space to put stuff in anyways, and they're giving me extra crap that I can't do anything with. I'm like, well, I can't put this anywhere because you've limited me to 4 different places to put stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So it's really fun. I mean, the update's really cool. So if you haven't updated yet, go do it because why not? And it's just more content.
Yep.
More fun, free content. So
cool. Is that all you got?
That's all my gaming.
That's awesome.
And I did want to mention, like we talked a lot about this before we started recording with Minecraft.
Yes.
Because of Super Mario Run, I haven't played it at all.
I understand that. I do.
Because, and like we did mention this before, or before we recorded, and I hate the controls on Minecraft.
Yeah.
Just need to get a controller.
It sucks. I wonder if I could use my Bluetooth keyboard.
I know this sounds silly.
Maybe.
Could you actually put Minecraft on your TV from your phone with your Chromecast?
I don't know if Minecraft has Chromecast capabilities.
Just wondering.
I would actually try it with a keyboard.
But I've never been really... Like, I haven't done any PC gaming in... 15 years. And my
perfect
PC,
time to start.
My PC gaming... Well, I did do StarCraft, and that, that's a little more intensive than some games that I did, but most of my PC gaming was, like, either, like, a sports game or Need for Speed, which is minimal controls. I would probably do far better with a console controller than a keyboard.
Well, so any Bluetooth controller really ought to work with it on Android. Yeah. So, just the cheapest Bluetooth controller you can get your hands on. In fact, I have this great Chinese website that I could point you to. You could get one for dirt.
Dirt's cheap.
I have to actually mail dirt.
It might be worth dirt also when you get it. But it might be great. That's the gamble you take.
Yeah.
Well, since we were talking about platformers, I'll bring in a new platformer that was just released on September 29th. Cuphead. Yes, I pre-ordered that and I bought it. And I am not sad that I bought it. It's okay.
It looks awesome.
Yes.
It looks amazing.
There's no arguing with that. That is one of the coolest looking games.
Well, the sounds,
in a very long time.
The look, the sounds, everything. The feel of the game, the gameplay is great. but it is excruciatingly hard.
I am really looking forward to the Windows Weekly podcast where they talk about this, and
Mary
just to
Jo
see if
actually
they
played
actually
it.
got Mary Jo to play.
Dude, I don't think she could have. I don't think she could have passed the first boss, the first level, the first. You could have gone through the tutorial. Yeah, got it. But dude, wow. And until you actually get the concept of the game and then start playing it for real, then you can pass it, no problem. Well, no problem. See, as me, I've played games, I've played platforms. They're one of my favorite ones. I love Contra, Mario, I love it. Well, these are just boss battles that you're going through, if you will, and it's hard. They're just throwing everything at you. And the thing is when you're looking at something, the thing is when you get to a new boss, like you start the first boss, and you're like figuring out, okay, is this what I attack? Is this, because everything's in the same cartoony atmosphere, and then new bosses may appear, something new comes in, but it just happens, and so it's not like, oh, this is a new thing or anything, but it's just like, but all you know is you got to shoot stuff and dodge and move and maneuver. Be like, can I hit this? Oh no, I can't.
Yeah.
but you can. They call it parry. But when you jump, you can jump on something, but you have to hit your jump button again. But it's only on a pink item,
right.
A pink thing that shows it's pink. Because someone might be shooting bullets at you, but you can only parry on the pink.
Yep.
And the deal of doing that is you want to get cards, which cards build up a super hit, or a superpower, if you will. So you're shooting. It's pretty funny because as he shoots, he has his hand in a gun form with like the L, and he just goes. And so it's pretty funny. But then when you build up enough power to have a full card, you use that, and it's like a bigger shot hits. And so parrying helps build that meter, if you will. But you start out with 3 hit points. That's literally like you only get hit 3 times, and then boo, you're dead. And then you got to start it over again. There are no checkpoints.
No, this is old school platforming.
Yeah, this is old school.
Unforgiving, nightmarish.
That sucks.
Platforming.
It is unforgiving. But the thing is you get to a point where you're like, okay, that was my mistake. Like you get to a point once you start learning what things do in the level and what bosses what they're throwing at you, because each boss has 3 different stages. So, like, 1 minute you're fighting 2 frogs. The next minute the frog turns into a cartwheel and tries to hit you, and the other one turns into a fan on both sides of you. And so you're, like, trying to dodge everything. And then they turn into a slot machine. And then you're like, okay, what's coming out of this slot machine? And then it's like, oh, I guess I shouldn't do that. Now I know that. I got to start the level over again because it killed me. And so there's a lot of that. But sometimes they'll throw something completely different at you. It's like, oh, I didn't see that at all coming. Sweet. But it is 2-player, so there's Cuphead, player 1, and then player 2 is Mugman, and they both pretty much do the same thing.
They look exactly it's like if one of them is a cup and the other one is a mug, then what is the difference between a cup and a mug? I'm so confused.
Just think of Mario Luigi on the first Super Mario Brothers. It's just 2 colors. It's the same
basically.
sprite, just different colors. But it is fun. It is pleasing. And yes, it's a frustrating, like you died, but it's like, you're like, okay. Most of the time it's like, okay, that was my bad. I wasn't watching myself. I was watching what this person was, or the animation. And that's what draws, your eyes are drawn towards animation, so you're not watching yourself, I've come to find out.
Like I was watching all of this really cool artwork and stuff that they worked so hard to make, and I died.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It is. Like, there's so much, and it's in such a great... So even the sounds, the music, it's all in jazz, but it sounds like a record player. So when all of a sudden you get into something, all of a sudden you start hearing the fuzz at the beginning, and then it starts playing a song. And then it's got like guys singing like quartets. It's got the piano music. Like, it's 1930s cartoon. It's awesome. Like, you start hitting stuff, and there's one where you're in airplanes and you're trying to dodge things, and obviously stuff's getting thrown at you. But your main, if you build up your meter and not use the cards, but if you get to where you have full cards for your meter, you'll turn into a bomb, and you just make your way to the boss, and it goes boom. It's one of your big attacks, but it's super fun. It really is. I don't think this is a game a lot of people will finish. I I think this is a game that's one of those I'll do a level or two or a boss if I can beat it.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to. Like, I can see that there's some people that it is a craze. It's a great craze, and probably a lot of people will beat the first land because there's probably like I can't remember how many levels to a land, but there's 4 worlds. I think there may be more. I think there's only 4 or 5 worlds, but they're all different lands. So it's like Super Mario. You got world 1-1, 1-2, 1 it's the same. But it's pretty fun. But you can also upgrade certain abilities. So, for example, you can go to this I think it's called Pigpen shop or something like that. But you go there and you buy different bottles of liquor, but they don't show liquor, but you can tell that those are old school liquor bottles. And you get upgrades. So, and you can apply different things like better shooting, different abilities to, instead of, like, for example, for dashing, when you dash as Cuphead, you would just do it, for a dash. Well, there's ability to where you can actually get it to where you actually blink, so you'll disappear and then appear at the other location instead of dashing. And then there's also the parrying ability. When you jump, it'll automatically parry the first time, but the second time, you have to push the A button. So there's different pros and cons, but it takes away something. You get an extra life or an extra heart, but your attack goes down. So it's back and forth. And I'm super excited to play with Caleb. I'm super excited.
Party.
Honestly, this sounds like a game that I would be really interested in.
I
feel like
think
I would do
you
horrible, but it sounds fun because it reminds me of just those old school games like Mario used to be, and just it sounds awesome.
It's like it reminds me a lot of, and the best one I could say is Contra on the NES. Except it's always you just drop in on the boss level. There's no fighting the minions. The minions are there, but they're there with the boss.
Yeah.
But and that's how I feel it is. But you just got to learn how the boss is to, because once he gets to another stage in the level, then it's like, oh, that's what that does. Let me go back and go again. And so, but it's cool to see the first time. And like there was my wife and I, we were playing an airplane level, and it probably took us 20 minutes. But we were dying like, oh, and a lot of it's like, oh, that was my mistake. I wasn't freaking watching myself. But it's just getting routine of watching what the boss does or the minions do, or what minion actually shoots one bullet at you, or a minion that shoots a spread of bullets at you, or what the boss is going to turn into, what it's going to fire. Like, there's so much, like, you got to always be like, okay, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, this is, okay, adjust, move. The boss moves this way, then you got to... So...
Yep. We're introducing a whole new generation of children to what platforming used to be like.
Yeah.
Back when, the games were only 2 hours long and they had to figure out some way to make it take longer than 2 hours for you to beat it.
Yeah. So, there is that. And they do say it does scale, so if you play single player, then it scales down the difficulty, but if you have 2 people, obviously it'll scale it up. So, and right now, you can only do local multiplayer at the moment, but they did say that they are bringing the online later. They just wanted to get it out first and then bring it later. So
they want to see if anybody could potentially beat it by themselves first,
or locally.
Actually, I heard somebody did a 6-hour speed run of it.
How?
Goodness.
Which is like like super dog slow for a speed run of most games.
Okay. They probably did, but I bet they had to do it on. So when you go to a boss level and you hit A, and it's like brings it up. It's kind of funny because it brings it up like it's an old cartoon, like ding, the person, blah blah blah. But anyway, it actually gives you regular or simple, and basically what simple does is just cut like half of the boss out, so it doesn't like turn into something else. It just, there you go. So I wonder if that's what happened.
I can't remember the details, but I think they may have done the whole thing at like the hardest difficulty level that they could. There are people who literally all they do is game comes out, they do nothing but play it until they're done, and those people have more time than I do.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun. It's got an outworld map. It reminds me of Mario Land, except not in a line, how you had to follow the lines, but it actually has an outworld that you can kind of wander around. It's pretty fun, and you can mess and find shortcuts.
Actually, kind of that picture you just showed me kind of reminds me of Pokemon on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Actually, really reminds me of Commander Keen going back to MS-DOS.
That's true. And then it's crazy because you got all these different bosses. Like one of the first bosses, it's a vegetable garden, and you're first fighting a potato, and then an onion pops out, and then a crazy carrot.
That's amazing.
And it's all animation.
Yeah.
But you got to realize what you can shoot, and they all do different things. But it's
does he shoot baby carrots at you?
Well, yeah, actually it does. But they fly in. He's like telepathically, and it comes in and just tries to get you. But you shoot
He's
the
the
carrots.
Magneto of vegetables.
That's the weirdest superpower ever. I love it.
That'd be a good way to get your kids to eat vegetables.
You better eat this.
You will eat it, or I'll make you eat it. Literally.
Yeah, shove it down your throat.
That got dark really fast.
Anyway, I did want to mention
your peas.
I did want to mention the Cuphead. It is fun. It is not to the.
It is not for the faint of heart. No.
Like, this is not something you want to get your mom into. Maybe they'll like watching you play because it is that
good.
It looks amazing. Like it is amazing. The sounds, everything. The quartet guys that sing the song of Cuphead and Mugman, it's hilarious and it's awesome. But have them sit down and play it. It ain't gonna happen unless they're gamers. Then okay, but it is fun. Anyway, I did also want to mention Games with Gold, since it is a new month. It is October, and we would expect, Halloween stuff, but not really.
No.
Anyway, so
You're expecting a lot.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot. Anyway, so the new, I guess this is new to console. It's a console edition. The first for October 1st to the 31st for the Xbox One on Games with Gold is called Gone Home Console Edition. Normal price is $19.99. I'll read a description here for you. You arrive home after a year abroad. You expect your family to greet you, but the house is empty. Something's not right. Where is everyone, and what's happening here? Find out for yourself as you explore the house on Arbor Hill in the award-winning game that has been called a remarkable achievement and the greatest video game love story ever told. Sweet.
I've heard really good things about this game.
I have too.
I haven't heard anything about this game. But that's most games, so.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a high-profile game, I haven't heard of it. Sorry.
So that is free on the Games with Gold, so go ahead. If anyone has gold, free game.
Yay.
Sweet. The next one that's for the Xbox One is from October 16th to November 15th is called The Turning Test. The Turning Test is a first-person puzzler that explores the phenomena of consciousness and challenges the meaning of human intuition. Take control of Ava Turning, an engineer for the International Space Agency, ISA, and progress through a narrative story of introspection and mortality whilst... I'm sorry, I totally said that wrong. Let me go back. See. Narrated story of introspection and morality whilst uncovering the hidden mysteries of Europa. Delve into the Turning Test human interactive puzzles and arm yourself with logical and methodical thinking. So this is kind of a portal, if you will. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of puzzles with a gun and an AI.
Interesting.
Kind of a picture I'm showing these two here. So that is free. That's coming October 16th. Now, for the Xbox 360, which is also backwards compatible for the Xbox One, we have Rayman 3 3D, October 1st through October 15th. Embark on a fantastic and humorous journey with Rayman and Glowbox to save the crossroads of dreams. Sweet.
Isn't that one of the not good Rayman games?
I don't play a lot of Rayman. I really don't. I don't play a lot of Rayman, so I'm not the one to ask.
Does Rayman have any sort of correlation with Mega Man?
No.
That's
He now has a
unfortunate.
correlation with Mario.
Yeah.
Except it's not Rayman, it's his Rabbids.
Well, yeah. Rabbids are now. Rayman is a side-scrolling platformer originally from Ubisoft, and the 3D is basically the Super Mario 64 version. And I don't think it was very good, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So the next one is an old school game, which comes in October 16th through October 31st. Medal of Honor Airborne. Take to the skies in Medal of Honor Airborne, where your choices will turn the tide of World War II. Sweet.
Wow, Medal of Honor games.
Yep, old school ones.
I'd forgotten about those.
So, those are the games with gold there. I did also want to mention, and this may lead into Caleb's games, I don't know, but Overwatch just released their quick little 6-second preview of Junkenstein.
The Halloween event.
Oh, so excited.
It is coming.
Yes.
The 10th. So, just like beginning of next week.
Yeah, the Junkenstein, I think, was the first player versus AI.
Yes,
it was the first, and it was amazing.
Yeah, that was the one where I was all like, okay, we really need that needs to be just a permanent mode.
Yes,
I don't think that it was necessarily as fun as the Omnic Incursion or Omnic Uprising one, but at the same time, it was like the atmosphere and stuff. Like,
because it would tell the story.
Yeah, that was great. So what I'm hoping, because with Lucio Ball for the repeat of the Summer Games, they added a new map, like a new court to play Lucio Ball on. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe they'll have another Halloween-themed thing going on in addition to Junkenstein's Revenge.
I'm wondering what it is, because it was just a big story you were a part of.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if it either A, continues the story,
or a different story.
Or it's a different story.
Or it just expands it to the rest of the map or something like that. It'll be interesting to see. I'm excited. That was a super fun event last year, and I'm really excited because all of last year's skins are going to be discounted, which means that I'll be able to get that Mercy skin finally.
You know what? That one, I was like, I got that in the first thing, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't need anything more.
I'm good. That's it.
Like, the Frankenstein one would have been cool. Junkenstein would have been cool. The Reaper one would have been my next one.
So I got the Reaper one, and I got the Roadhog monster skin. They were cool, but like. Cool.
Dude, the Mercy one's
the Mercy
so
one
cool.
was awesome.
So that's kind of what I had.
Yep. All right. So, Indie Game Spotlight of the Week.
Woohoo!
This week's game is Hob. It's from Runic Games Incorporated. They are the developers behind the Torchlight games.
That's right.
And so Hob is a 3D adventure platformer game. That's basically what it is. It's going to be available. It is available. It released last week. It's on Steam and GOG for Windows only and PlayStation 4 for $20. So, standard indie game price on the standard indie game platforms. Like, I've noticed that PS4 really does get these indie games a lot more frequently than the Xbox does, which is kind of surprising, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Is it more difficult to port from the PC to Xbox than the PS4? I have no idea.
No idea. I might check just in case.
But yeah, so the whole story is presented entirely visually. There's zero dialogue in the thing, which is not necessarily too uncommon for an indie game. What you're going to be doing is going around on platforms and stuff like that, solving puzzles, solving puzzles, and managing traversal of the environment and combat using a mechanical glove arm, which looks pretty bad, eh? The visuals are really gorgeous, looks super good. It's an isometric 3D viewpoint and very artistic polygonal design to the world that you kind of like. I don't know, good indie games look really good even though the graphics are simple. They just have a really good way of making it look artistic and look really good. And so this one hits the right marks. It looks really good.
What is it new? How new?
It came out on the 26th, so just
26th.
recently.
And it's called what?
Hob.
I'm looking right now, so that's why.
So the traversal mechanics of this game are what's really caught my eye, because instead of in addition to your standard just run and jump around and interact with the environment to get places, you can also use the mechanical glove arm to like grapple your way across the environment, and so it looks like it's going to be a little bit more free in terms of how you can move around than a lot of platformers of this type. So they say it's got a really big world and that there's a ton to explore in that world while you try to go around and explore and discover the story of what's going on. And it looks like, just from what I've seen and what the developer is claiming, that it's going to be one of the indie titles that's actually going to take some serious doing to get to 100%. A lot of the indie titles that I've been talking about, stuff like Hellblade and stuff like Echo, are games that have like 7 or 8 hours of gameplay in them, and then you're done. There's some elements of replayability to them, but mostly it's you experience the story the first time. It's really cool, but then you're pretty much done.
Gotcha.
Then you occasionally come across something like Divinity Original Sin 2, which has just all of the hours of gameplay in it. Like, you could keep playing that forever. You'd never run out of stuff to do. And it seems like Hob is, has quite a lot of actual gameplay in the game. So for your $20, if you like 3D platformers, definitely something to check out.
It is not on the Xbox store that I saw. I typed in Hob and it gave me something about a hobo. So
it's not that.
It's not that. It was a 360 game, something about a hobo. I'm like, nope, not on there.
Okay, so
that's just in.
My last piece of big, awesome, freaking awesome gaming news. Yeah, I used awesome twice. It's that awesome.
Awesome.
Flower.
Awesome. Wait.
Oh.
Is this awesome?
It's pretty awesome.
Okay, just
it's
clarify.
It's pretty awesome. So Flower is a game. It is on iOS now. This took everybody by surprise last week. Just like out of nowhere, suddenly Flower is on the iOS App Store for $5. Nobody knew it was coming. Nobody had any idea that anything like this was going to happen. So, some background. Flower was developed by That Game Company. That is
Runic?
The name of the company. No, Game Company is literally the name of the...
Literally.
Yes.
Okay. Nope. I went the other way.
By That Game Company. So they developed it a couple of years ago for the PlayStation 3 originally. They're also the developers of Flow, which came before Flower, and Journey, which was also for the PlayStation 3, came after Flower, and is, in my humble opinion, one of the most amazing indie titles ever developed in terms of the gameplay mechanics and the emotional impact of the game itself. Like, fantastic game. So Flower is very much in the same kind of vein as what you might expect from Journey. I've talked about Journey before on the podcast. That Game Company also got up on stage during the iPhone event when they were talking about AR when they were talking about the Apple TV to say that, we're developing a new game called Sky specifically for iOS and the Apple TV. So we knew that Apple and That Game Company have at least some kind of relationship. Nobody was expecting this, though, because it wasn't even That Game Company that ported this game from PlayStation 3 to iOS. It was another company that did it for them. But it's there. It was $5. I bought it. It's fantastic. And Journey next, please.
Please.
Please. So that's all of the
awesome.
news that I have.
That is awesome. Oh, so exciting. You know what else is exciting? A month away. Project Scorpio. Oh, yeah. Not even calling it the X. It's Project Scorpio.
The days.
Oh, dude. I can't wait. It's going to be so cool. I'm just hoping they get the keyboard and mouse support for it, I think. If they can do that.
I'd be surprised if it doesn't come eventually.
Well, something I did see. Now, I haven't tested it. When I got to... So, doing Minecraft, doing the whole thing to get it set up for the new crossplay, I had to download Minecraft again, except it wasn't the one that was called the Xbox One Edition. When I did that and I go into settings, it has controller and it has keyboard and mouse.
Interesting.
And that's on the Xbox One. So I didn't go over and be like, oh, let me plug in. I haven't tested it, but I saw that and I was like,
You should test this.
It would be awesome because... Oh, I did also want to mention that in an insider preview, the store for Xbox, the Xbox Windows store, sorry, confusing, actually is now changed to the Microsoft Store.
Well, there it is.
There it is.
So they're all the Microsoft Store.
Yep.
Not to be confused with the store you can go into to buy a Surface.
Yes. I guess you could if
Can you buy a Surface from an Xbox?
How cool would that be?
That seems weird.
They advertise it all the time, but no. But also, in an insider preview that's coming soon, the game gifting.
Yes.
Finally, you might be receiving Cuphead soon. I'm just letting you know, and you have to stream it. Okay.
Okay.
I have to watch you.
Okay.
Landon has to watch you.
Yes, the world can join in. your revels.
I just can't wait for you to just
crash and burn.
Oh,
crash
no!
And burn,
I just want to hear. I just want to hear how you swear and try and hold it. If you're like the same as the rest of us, you're like mother. Or if
This
you're
is
like,
what we ought to do with me. We ought to get both of us and put us on video
oh man,
playing this game.
Yeah, and see, this is the game. You don't have to like put it on Legendary or something. You just start it and be like, "Have fun. Here's a controller. I want to see what you do."
Yep. Divinity Original Sin 2 was really nice. It asked me if I just wanted to enjoy the story when I started, and I was like, yes.
I've heard so much about that game.
It's a really great game.
I've heard it's great.
I'm having a blast with it. I'm only like 12 hours in, which means I'm like 0.1% of the way through the game. But
when you get to 300 hours, come back to me.
It's good fun.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's probably all of our news for today. We will be coming back tomorrow because Google may have announced something. Probably not. It's all been leaked, but just confirming
we already
everything.
know.
We already know.
Pretty much know
We'll have a 5-minute podcast just say, confirmed.
Yeah.
Everything confirmed. And then we're done.
Yay!
Basically.
See, because we want to do that.
I'm sure there's things we don't know.
I'm hoping.
We don't know how much RAM is in it. We don't know how much RAM is in it.
We don't know all the little details. And we're just going to get confirmation on everything else.
Yeah, pretty much. So
I'm hoping they surprise us with something.
They'll have their one more thing. I'm not trying to make it a pun, but
I would
literally
think it'd be hilarious if they did one more thing and better than Tim Cook. Not that that's a hard bar to
It's a low bar, yeah.
But they got to put a Google spin on it. They can't just say one more thing. Like it's got to be like hinted at, but in a Google way. That people are
something else.
Like something. Like I think that would be awesome. I think they could knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
Microsoft could always bring back, the old CEO and have him run around on stage.
Developers.
Yeah.
Who told you can sit down?
Love that guy.
I miss Steve Ballmer.
Just have him on there as the hype guy at the very beginning. Have an ambulance on call just in case. Like right there. Is he going to fall? Oh, no. Okay, he's good. Anyway. All right. Well, that's it for us because we're just rambling now. But thank you all for supporting the show, listening, and leaving comments. If you want to get a hold of us, definitely send us an email. We're on all social platforms, pretty much, Twitter, Facebook. I don't think we're on Instagram, are we?
No.
I
No, we don't have
I hadn't heard of
Instagram.
that, but
No.
okay, just double checking. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow and be updated on the new Google stuff if there's anything new. Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.